hello, good evening. Good evening. Right, guys, right. VIP, I was like, what does VIP even do? And that just like give you a special colour in chat or something. Right, once again, I forgot to do this, but I'm here, I'm locked. I just need to move some things, get this timer ready, and then we'll be ready to go for the Austrian Grand Prix weekend. Bosh! Let me just get my thing. Bosh, 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 bosh. Is that good? Yeah. So, I announced like a week ago or something that I won't be watching practice anymore because they're a bit boring. I then decided that because this is a sprint weekend and there's only one practice, I feel like practice is very important to watch, especially to do a watch along, because you know that's where everything's going to get decided. You know, quali pace, race pace, setup, things like that. One thing I need to do though is move that big exercise bike around me. So I'm gonna be like, maybe I'll probably like start like a minute late to practice. But yeah, just give me a second. Boom, 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 boom. You might notice there ain't a massive wheel. Actually, you can't see. There's not a massive wheel in front of me anymore. That's because my pedals broke. I made a community post earlier. My pedals died, so I can't make any videos. That's why I'm just sat here streaming and, you know, recording videos for other channels and stuff. I'm getting some new pedals on Saturday though, so tomorrow, which is a result. I thought, like I said in my community post thing, that I might not be able to do videos or streams for like a good couple of weeks or maybe even some months because they're quite pricey, but luckily we've secured some that are coming on Saturday. So hopefully Sunday, so in 2 days time, I can start, you know, going back on that grind. I think it's just hilarious though that yesterday or day before I made another community post and said like, oh, you know, I need to like stop taking breaks. I need to commit to the grind. Fortnite Battle Pass. And then I just go and, you know, my pedals just die the next day, so I can't even do that. I was actually locked as well. Let me just try and get this music done because I don't want it to be on. There you go. Close that, and then we're gonna do audio application capture. That on. Yep, nice. Now just give me a second. I'm gonna go move my bike that I don't use because I'm fat. Lovely. And then because I'm so glad that this British summer's kind of cooling down a little bit. It was like 30 degrees at one point, but luckily now it's only like low 20s, which means I had a towel behind my chair so that I don't sweat. I don't need that now, which is lovely. I'll turn my fan on anyway. It is going to get a bit hot nonetheless. I'll tell you what though, it's actually really nice not having a massive wheel in front of me. Like, it's actually really nice. It's all lovely and spacious. Like, I can sort of move about and stuff. Like, it's actually really cool. But, yeah, unfortunately that ain't gonna stay, because, yeah. I'm also no longer streaming watch-alongs on Twitch and Kick. I just think it's sort of irrelevant. It kills my PC, and on Twitch and Kick, I play a lot of, like, different games, diverse games, F1, Apex, all that kind of stuff, and I thought doing that and then suddenly doing a watch-along don't really make much sense. So, I've sacked off that. We are now YouTube only for the watch-alongs, and enough of all that about me, all that bollocks. We are about to begin, I reckon, for the Austrian Grand Prix weekend. This is week number 2 of 3 in a row of those little lovely triple header going on. And here we go. Cars are lining up at the end of the pit lane, and practice that has begun. The timer is away. Now, what I would like to point out is some news coming out from the F1 world. Pierre Gasly has signed a contract extension with Alpine. Lance Stroll has signed a contract extension, which is not even really a contract extension, is it? Let's be honest. Sainz is actually looking likely to go to Alpine now, rather than he was actually looking like almost guaranteed to go to Williams. It's actually, apparently he's now going Alpine because they suddenly popped up with an offer. They suddenly popped up with an offer that, like, he said was right. Well, not he said, but apparently it's really good, like a release clause or something. But yeah, practice is underway. We're currently listening to Gasly talk about his new deal. I suppose that makes sense because it's his new deal. It's quite important news. But this is, of course, a very important session because, of course, it's the only one you get. You need to get everything done, or as much as you can done. Learn as much as you can about the track. Luckily, the conditions are, like, all right. There's no, like, rain. But, you know, you got to get your setup done. You got to get your race simulations done. You got to get your quali sims done. Hopefully, it's quite a hectic session and that I don't regret deciding to stream this. Because I'm going to be honest, I've been up like many hours now, like 14, 15 hours. I'm absolutely shattered. I've drank 5 cups of coffee. And, yeah, I'm fucked. So I'm hoping it's a good session. Alright, let's lock in. Anthony Davidson already talking bollocks. Never saw that one coming. Let's see if Verstappen's going to instantaneously be quick. Now, I'm sort of thinking like, what? 1 minute 9s or 10s? And there it is. Verstappen's very first lap, a 1 minute 8 dead. That is, like, very fucking fast for your first ever lap. Also, Hamilton's just gone quickest as well. Lando Norris, the steering reminds me a little bit of Miami. A little bit harder to turn right, much easier to turn left from Lando Norris. Hamilton goes fastest. And then Russell goes fastest. Okay, so I got the time. I thought a 1 minute 8 was fast. Hamilton does a 7.9 and Russell does a 7.9, both on hard tyres. Okay, maybe I've got the times a bit wrong. Wait, hang on. First, do you reckon... I don't actually know. I was going to say, do you reckon that we can find 8 seconds from the hard lap practice to quali? Maybe not, to be fair. Maybe not. Norris goes P3 at 1 minute 8 dead. That's 5 milliseconds quicker than Verstappen. Jerry Wang Yu on the mediums, a 1.92. Sainz a 1.98 on the hards. Hulkenberg like a fucking 1.13 or something, do you know what I mean? Kind of irrelevant. But yeah, there's a... I'm hoping it's a hectic session, like just cars always out on track. I mean, you know, only getting an hour to sort out not only your setup, but also your race runs and your quali runs is, of course, not a lot of time. Fernando Alonso doing a little like half stall in the pits. Unlucky geez, he's back underway. Off he goes. See ya. Oh wow, I'm getting tired already. Piastri goes 5th at 1 minute 8.2. Now, what is actually surprising, of course, is the very first lap surprise. This doesn't really mean anything, is that you got Russell, Hamilton and Norris all within a 10th on hards. Then you've got Verstappen on mediums, right? And then you got Piastri and someone else, I didn't see who, on hards right behind him. As Tsunoda locks up and goes off through turn 1, goes on a little run off road. But the fact that, I mean, I know it is the very first laps of practice and it's definitely going to change, but the fact that there's already like 5 or 6 cars, you know, on Verstappen's pace, and they're on the harder compound of tyre. But apparently, and I say apparently, well, this is confirmed, out of all teams that are in the top, you know, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari and McLaren, only McLaren have brought performance upgrades and they're expected to do quite well. They always run decent around here. It's just, what can everyone else pull up with? Daniel Ricciardo said he's, you know, feeling quite good coming into this weekend. If he can cook in Austria, he can cook in Silverstone, is what he said. He didn't actually say cooked. I forgot, he said something else, like, I don't remember. I'll have to try and find the quote. Is Lewis Hamilton on the replay? Bit of traffic situation? Yeah, bit of traffic. Whoa, that's scary. Bit of traffic from the... Whoa, that's so fucking close. From the Aston Martin. If that's Stroll, that'd be really, really funny. If that's Stroll, that'd be fucking hilarious. Oh my god, it is. It's just like Spain all over again. Imagine if they crashed into each other as well. Sainz goes P5 with a 1 minute 8 dead. Verstappen actually improves his lap time to a 1 minute 7.5. And then Russell does a 7 dead. Alright, that's fucking interesting. Wait, I'm confused. Is it normal quali today or sprint quali? Today? Oh, right. Yeah, I've got that wrong. Norris improves to P2 within 30 milliseconds of Russell. Gasly goes 4th with a 7.7, and Gasly goes 5th with a 7.9. Not bad. Hamilton half a tenth away from Russell, improving through Sector 2. I need to change my live streams. I've got this horribly wrong. Like, really badly wrong. Yeah, no, but it's not qualifying next. So I need to... Oh my fucking god. So, this stream... So, quali is tomorrow at 3. So I need to schedule this for 29 and then 2:50. Bosh, okay. And then sprint quali... Sprint quali... is today at 3:30. So June 28th at 2:50. No, yeah, 3:20. I doubt I'll actually be on for that, which is, it's only sprint quali. If it was main quali, I'd be a bit more like enthusiastic, but I mean sprint quali is still obviously really excellent to watch, just as much as normal quali. It's just I don't know if I could stay awake for that, but I think that's everything. So wait, Austria sprint quali, so does that mean I got the sprint race wrong as well? Because the sprint race is happening at what, tomorrow at 11. I've got it as tomorrow at 3. So if that's at 11, I'll do 10:50. Oh, wait. Did I just cock up? I might have just cocked up. Oh. I didn't know that. Oh, I think my stream might... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Right. Oh my fucking god, clip it now, show it all, show and tell, lads, lasses, men, women, and all those in between. Sergio Perez is faster than Max Verstappen. That won't be like for very long, but what a fucking time to be alive, am I right? So, we are 50 minutes. We are 10 minutes into this session now. I think my YouTube stream is okay. I fucked it up a little bit, but don't worry. We're locked. I'll give it another 10 minutes before I do any sort of leaderboard update. But what I can tell you is Sergio Perez has gone 4 tenths away from Hamilton. 2 tenths up on his teammate. Of course, that won't last very long because Verstappen. Sainz on the hard tire is 2 tenths away from Hamilton. who done a 1:06.9. So signs at the moment looking like a 7:1, maybe a 7:2. We do have a couple soft runners on track. It's going to be the Williams cars. Albon currently P9, a second off Hamilton on the hards. Signs only a 7.3, not 7 bar, 7.3. Goes about P5 or 6. Unfortunately, I can't tell you any more because we'll cut to Martin Brundle on the side of the track. Although Martin Brundle ain't that bad. As long as it isn't Karoon, I'm not that bothered. I don't hate the bloke personally. I quite like him personally. I just hate his commentary. It's very bad. Although they're all, it's not even him. They're all bad. But every single Sky Sports pundit, I assume they get told to do it. They talk like they're speaking to toddlers, or like every single person watching has never seen an F1 race before. Like, just do a Bernie Collins and say it how it is, like a quite high technical sort of lingo. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, I can't say the leaderboard right now because we're looking at Martin Brundle track side, but as soon as it comes back up, I can tell you some positions. I can see sight on that. Someone's improving. That's different. Have they got, hang on a minute here, they've got the Sky Kids broadcast on the screens. Oh, I'm not having that. What is that? Wait. They've got like a different broadcast on the screen, like a completely different broadcast. It's like all different. Like different overlays and everything. Why can't we have that? That looks way cooler than this one. Brother, that's fucking cringe. Now we're looking at some fans entering the track. Well, can we look at the leaderboard, please? I'm sure someone's gone quickest or someone's gone quicker and have like breached the top 5. I assume Verstappen's gone like pretty quickly because that's what he does. Williams passing by. Williams, the only cars on the softs. The last time we saw them, they were P9 and 15. I don't need to tell you which one was 9th. That should be obvious. Bro, can we... Okay, right. Martin, you got your same name as my dad. Don't mind you. You're a West Ham supporter, allegedly, somehow. You fuck off, please. I want to look at the leaderboard. Or just show the leaderboard whilst he's talking. Can't be that hard, can it? I really enjoy your commentary. Any chance you might add multi-viewer to your stream? As in what? Like, sorry, but what do you mean by multi-viewer? Okay, Martin, we get it! Shut up! Please! Actually, no, don't shut up. I don't mind you. Just, there you go. Right, so, in the meantime, wow, see, this is why I wanted them to show the leaderboard. So much has changed. So, Russell's, I don't know if I think he's gone quicker. He might have done. He's on an outlap, though. Verstappen, within 2.5 tenths of Russell's time on the mediums. Hamilton, half a second away. Norris, 6 tenths away. Magnussen on the mediums, 8 tenths away. Sainz, 9 tenths away. And Perez, 9 tenths away. So yeah, that's what I mean. Perez was faster by 2 tenths over Verstappen. He's now 7 tenths back. Nice one. The F1 timing data. Good question. Well, the official one run by F1 is illegal to stream, and I don't know anywhere else to get it. So, no, is the answer to your question. I used to do that. I used to show like the F1 live timing thing where I had like the track, the lap times, all of that, and I had just my cam in the corner. I got banned on Twitch for a month, and I got a copyright strike, like a full-on channel strike on my YouTube channel for it. So I can't do that. And like I said, you can search online on like YouTube, and what you're referring to is like you can see streams that have that, but I don't know how I get access to those kinds of things. So unfortunately, I can't do that. If I can find a way to get access to those kinds of things, I'll absolutely do that. Because I'd much rather have my camera off and show the lap times of the track than have it on. Because yeah, it's just better. But yeah, there you go. All I can do is tell you what tyres people are on, where they are, their lap time, and that's about it really, and how long's left of the session. And that's how it's probably going to be for forever, probably. Not gonna lie. I also heard that, they added gravel traps to the corners. Remember, was it last year or the year before where the track limits was a real problem? Didn't Ocon or Gasly, one of them two, like Gasly, get like a... No, I think it was Ocon, got like three 5-second penalties for track limits. Perez, come on the lad! 4 tenths off Russell, right behind his teammate. Go on, son. He's looking good. This is early signs, first 15 minutes, but he's looking all right, you know. Austria, he wasn't that bad last year. What, didn't he like go toe to toe with Verstappen in Yeah, I remember now. Wasn't he, you know, alongside him in sprint quali? They had like a little fight, and then in main quali, he got like 3 track limits and then got eliminated in Q1 or 2. Did a good recovery drive to like P5. But yeah, they've actually added gravel traps on all the final corners to make it... Obviously, track limits was a huge issue last year, so I'm glad they've done that. Massive W. I mean, it makes the cars marginally slower because you can't go right up to the edge, but, you know, track limits aren't fun. Leclerc now on a lap, currently sitting in P10. Very difficult to sort of tell where people are right now when we're only 20 minutes in, but you've got, like, I think it's clear that, you know, Red Bull looked very good. McLaren was supposedly meant to be like extremely good because of they're the only team to bring upgrades. Norris goes P5 with something I don't even know. They don't show the lap time, they just show the gap. A 167, 168, something about that. I did love Perez's interview though yesterday. It was so good. Bro, basically there's 2 things I took from it. Number 1, he said, the margins are so close. If we can find 2 extra tenths, our lives are completely different or something like that. And then whoa! Charles Leclerc getting really close to one of the Haas cars and they almost crash into each other. They're now going wheel to wheel. What the fuck just happened? That was really confusing. I feel like these drivers are very immature, I'm not gonna lie. They do some very odd things on track, I don't really understand it. You're all in your mid-20s, mid-30s, get a fucking grip, do you know what I mean? Who the fuck, whoa! That's Max Verstappen getting in the gravel. Kicking up some gravel, you know he's giving it some fucking beans. So this is from Leclerc's POV, so he goes a bit off through the... What corner's that? Into the hard braking zone up the hill from turn 1. Turn 3, I think it is, because they count that little left before that corner a turn for some reason. But, you know, fair enough, turn 3, the hard braking zone. Leclerc goes wide, abandons his lap, and then has a weird battle with Magnus for some reason. But that's about Ocon, 2 tenths away from George Russell through Sector 1, doesn't improve, currently on the hard tyre. And we are seeing like, all tyres, and it's all different. It's really weird. We've got the Mercedes on the hards, currently P1 and P2. Then you've got both of the Red Bulls, P3 and 4. Then you've got a McLaren on hards, a Ferrari on hards, a Haas on mediums, Piastri on hards, Gasly on hards, Leclerc on hards, Albon on softs, Ocon on hards, Bottas on mediums, Sargent on softs, Tsunoda and Hülkenberg on mediums, Alonso on hards, Ricciardo on mediums, Stroll on hards, Zhou Guanyu on mediums. All 3 tyres in use as Alex Albon improves to P9, which is still not great. A second off Russell when you're not only in a Williams, which is obviously a crap car, but you're on soft tyres. We have seen that, to be fair, though. We have seen it before where the tyres aren't really like that different in terms of pace. Like, sometimes the mediums have actually been slower than the hards. I can't remember a specific example, but that definitely has happened. Leclerc improves to P6. Apart from Lando Norris, we now have 2 Mercedes, 2 Red Bulls, and then a McLaren, and then 2 Ferraris. Here's that incident with Hülkenberg, not Magnussen. So, Leclerc abandoned his lap. That was clear after turn 3. Leclerc just dives up the inside of him, and then Hülkenberg thinks, now fuck you, goes to the left and overtakes Leclerc. Said, I aborted, but I didn't know the Ferrari was on a lap, but he wasn't. All these crybabies here with traffic, but Leclerc wasn't even on a lap. And then misses the corner completely, trying to like dive bomb Hülkenberg. And then Hulkenberg thinks, yeah, fuck you, and goes around the outside of him. That's lovely. Well done, mate. Good shit. I love that from him. In the, you know, the inferior car, think, nah, I ain't having none of this. I ain't having this. And he goes for him. We love that from him. But yeah, it's almost impossible to tell where cars are. I mean, I'm not technically smart enough to even know that in the first place. Hamilton, fastest Sector 2 though, doesn't improve in Sector 1, goes in the gravel at the penultimate corner, proper kicking that shit up, comes across the line, and he improves by a 10th over Russell. Fair fucking play. Hamilton's been cooking recently, and so is that Mercedes car. Here comes Tsunoda, 15th on the mediums, crosses the line, improves to P13, a 7.5, 1.2 seconds, off Hamilton. That, what happened to RB? That car fell off massively. Both drivers are pushing that car into borderline points, and now it can struggle to get in the top 15. It's quite concerning for them. Didn't they bring an upgrade? But obviously it hasn't really worked. There's Hamilton kicking up gravel. That probably lost him a decent amount, so a bit of bodywork came off as well. Very small amount, but still some bodywork. So Hamilton, that is very interesting. So Hamilton on that lap was 4 milliseconds quicker in Sector 1 than Russell, a 10.5 quicker in Sector 2, and then 8 milliseconds quicker in Sector 3. So Hamilton is quicker in all 3 sectors, but something is cooking in that Sector 2. I also love it how it's only practice. We're almost halfway through this practice, but the drivers are going flat out through that pit lane like it's a race. Like, don't risk it. You know what I mean? But it's so, I mean, like I said, I'm nowhere near smart enough to be able to tell, like, who's quick and who's not, but even just from, like, just looking at the leaderboard, it's so difficult to tell. Just like FYI, I currently listen to you while watching Racing Statistics. I assume that's another channel that actually show, you know, the times and things. If honestly, I mean, if I've looked around before, I'll look around again. If I can find something, I'll put it on my stream instantly. It's just that I don't want to. I don't think I can just nab someone else's that's also on YouTube. I don't think I can do that. But yeah, I think the only way you can really go about getting your own one is, or one that you can share, is actually, like, you know, having one at the track, like, set up. Which it might be what these people do. But yeah, honestly, if I can get that, I'll do it in a heartbeat. That'd be great. Because then, you know, it's not just me talking bollocks and my ugly face. It's also, you know, the on-track action. You know what I mean? Anyway, we've got some ad break going on. That's just unlucky. Let's do a tweet. See if anything's cooking in the Discord whilst we get a little ad break going on. Oh, it's so weird not having this wheel. I'm never going to get used to it. I mean, it's only going to be a day or two. At least I can actually type now. It's really odd. Because I've got my big wheel in the way, I can't like type, but now I can. It's very good. Okay, well anyway, ad break's done? No? Oh, Dove. Dove men. What a brand, you know what I mean? Maybe I could just nick someone else's, to be honest. I mean, if I put in the description it's under fair use, then they can fuck off. You know what I mean? Are we back? No. They do like an advert, don't they? Fucking hell. Right, so we're now back. Any leaderboard updates to show? No. Pretty much. Is George Russell? Something happened with the rear. Let's see. Kicking up a bit of dust and a little bit of a rear lockup and went off. That didn't seem like that big of a lockup, but obviously it was enough to send him off the track. He's gone. Maybe just wanted to, like, you know, not have a flat spot, which is perfectly understandable. Although you're only going to use these tyres for, Right, 30 minutes remaining. I'm sorry for not talking much. I'm just sorting something out with my pedals that are coming. Okay, I'm back, I'm locked. I said my fucking stomach's killing me though, I can't lie. Little incident going on in the pit lane between Piastri and Verstappen. Verstappen being Verstappen, trying to look for a way by on Piastri for a very tight pit lane. And then as soon as the pit lane comes to an end, goes past, that's just Verstappen being a little impatient child. Like, look at him, he's trying to find a gap in the pit lane. For, like, just being weird. Like, just wait an extra 2 seconds. Fucking hell! Mick Schumacher. Interesting player. I don't think he's getting a seat in Formula 1 ever again because he didn't really prove much. And there ain't really anywhere available. I was talking to someone earlier. Let's be honest, right? Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren are all gone, right? They're secure, and Aston Martin. That's 4 teams already gone. Mercedes, he is there. He is one of their, like, reserve drivers. So it's definitely a possibility. It's just, can they look at his, like, whatever he does, whether he, I don't even know if he does simulator. Can they look at that and go, like, is that, you know, can we just put him in a Mercedes? Or are they just going to chuck Antonelli in there? If so, that's Mercedes gone. Alpine, supposedly getting signed. That sign's gone. No, sorry, Alpine gone. Sauber have a choice between Bottas, Joe, or Porsche. That's Sauber gone, if they don't pick him. Then you've got Haas, who are most likely getting Ocon, if not that Ollie Behrman, or both. That's Haas gone. And then Williams, no one knows really. Williams is like, you know, probably Schumacher's best chance. Of course, what you got to remember is that Williams is, of course, a Mercedes, you know, engine customer. They've got links. They chucked the Mercedes junior driver Russell got chucked into a Williams. I can definitely see that happening. Russell was well on the radio starting about both cars getting sent out at the same time. That's fun. Officially halfway through the session. I feel like the first 20 minutes went by really quickly, but these last like 10 minutes have gone by really slow. Nothing's actually happened. Maybe it's because nothing's going on. There's no, like, you know, no one's going quick, no one's on laps. Everyone's just doing long runs. Literally every single driver that's out on track right now. Actually, let me get my own live timing up, the F1 one that I can't show because it's illegal. Hang on. Max Verstappen is stopped on the start-finish straight. Hold on a minute. What's happened here, then? His car's just shut down. The steering wheel's off. He's rolling backwards because obviously that part is uphill. On the radio. Apparently he got an engine fault with Verstappen. That's actually, oh, he's just depressingly rolling back. He's speeding up a little bit. He ain't stopping. I don't think any, like, the brakes or anything doesn't work. He's just rolling. He's gonna end up in the fucking gravel at the first corner. That's bad for Verstappen, though. Not just because he misses out on half an hour of practice. Right, so I think Verstappen's not going to try and restart the car. He's currently getting pushed by marshals, probably back into the pit lane. Yeah. So, this is actually a very interesting thing. If that's another engine that Verstappen can't repair, well, Verstappen can't repair, Red Bull can't fix, that's going to be 2 engine penalties he's going to have to take. Because he's already got one faulty engine, now he's got a second one. He's fucked! So he's driving, fine, into the penultimate. That's horrible. He turns into the penultimate corner. The car's running perfectly fine. Just like, you know, bam, bam, and just, you know, I just started conking out and died. Get ready to die. That's unfortunate. Green flag is back out though because they pushed Verstappen's car into a little gully and a little safety, little inner road. He's back in the garage, car's fucked, and that's it. We still have 25 minutes left. Is that even 25:56? Oh, gorgeous stuff. Right, so yeah, green flag is back out. Track temperature 40 degrees. That seems, is that not high? We're not like 30 in Spain, 23 in the air, 59 in the wet. I see. Anything else of interest? Oh wait, no. Did I just say 59% of rain or something? That's humidity. I'm just not very... I'm a bit tired. Leave me alone. But obviously that means Verstappen misses out on half an hour of running, and this is, of course, the only practice session. Now, Verstappen being Verstappen will easily, you know, he's also got one of the best race engineers you could probably have, Gianpiero Lambiase. He actually does stuff to fix the car. Hugh Bird doesn't, apparently. I'm not gonna say he does because it's only an alleged conspiracy theory by Checo fans, but you know, they'll sort it. You know, they just they'll obviously sort the engine. I mean, the car, the setup, the running, they'll be fine. So Piastri comes out on hard tires. Magnussen coming out on mediums. Hulkenberg on mediums, Lando Norris on hards, Pierre Gasly on hards, Daniel Ricciardo on... where the fuck is he? 19th, currently on medium tyres as well. Lots of cars coming out. Literally everyone. We've got Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Norris, Leclerc, Sainz, Albon, Gasly, Tsunoda, Sargent, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Stroll, Ricciardo, Joe, all out. Oh, I'll tell you what, the lack of sleep is starting to get to me, I won't lie. Maybe another 3 cups of coffee will do the trick. Oh, Lord, help me. 20 minutes remaining now. No one's improving, honestly. I'm being perfectly transparent. No one's improving at all. I believe we are still getting long runs. That is what's going on here. We're getting a few more long runs. That's fine with me. Honestly. Wait. Hold the fuck up. Wait. Right. Any lappage going on? Let's have a butcher's tyres. Still no one running softs. I think we will get a few softs because obviously it's the only practice, and qualifying is next with sprint quali. We will get a few. Probably the last 10 minutes, I'd say. So yeah, we'll go from there. Sonoda on the radio. Fuck! That was so scary, man. Albon, that was so dangerous. Was it? Let's have a look. I'll rate it. Was it dangerous? Yeah, it was. Not gonna lie. 7 out of 10 on the danger scale. Basically, Sonoda's coming. Albon wants to start a lap. It just turns left into Sonoda. And there you go. 19 minutes remaining. Everyone's still rocking the mediums or the hards. But, you know, I still haven't made my point. It's so difficult to tell where teams are. If you're, like, technically smart, you can probably work it out. But if you're like me and you're not, and you just go by the leaderboard, it's quite tricky, because you've got Mercedes 1 and 2, Red Bull 3 and 4, McLaren are 5th and 9th, Ferrari 6th and 7th, Haas are 8th and 17th, Alpine are 10th and 12th, Williams are 11th and 15th, RB are 13th and 19th, Sauber are 14th and 20th, and Aston are 16th and 18th. How do you even tell who's where? And the fact that everyone is rocking different tyres as well makes it even harder. And you've got the Williams in the mid-table on softs, and then you've got like cars like Magnussen who are on mediums in the top 8. You've got the Mercedes currently P1 and 2 by a couple attempts on hards, followed by the Red Bull pair on mediums. Like, I don't even know. 18 drivers out on track right now. The only ones that aren't are the bottom 2, which is going to be Ricciardo and Zhou Guanyu. Ricciardo actually having a really solid race in Spain. That car was absolutely horrible in Spain, the RB in general. Tsunoda had an absolute roar, I believe. By about the halfway point, they sort of realised they weren't getting anything, so they just decided to make it a test session. I believe Tsunoda pitted for the hard tyres. But Ricciardo was really giving it some. I believe he finished, 13th or something? Which is actually really impressive, because not only is that car shocking, he finished, 15th, which is obviously horrible, but that car is so bad. But, you know, he was getting moves done, he was decently quick, he was getting, overtakes, and that's it. What more do you want? Although I do like Ricciardo's mentality of, this weekend is, if I can boss this, I think he said, I can boss it at Silverstone. Are them tracks even similar? How do you even rate a track is similar? I mean, Austria is, is very short, Silverstone is, 20 seconds longer. The only thing that's similar about them is that they've got, a lot of high-speed corners and barely any low-speed. Austria has 1 low-speed corner. Silverstone has 4. I just love how basic Austria is as a track. It looks like such a basic track from a satellite view. But it is a great track, I won't lie. I don't like driving on it myself because I'm a bit shit at it. But it's not a bad spectacle. The cars really do give it some. And that's what I like. As in, it's very fast. Tracks like Bahrain, you don't really get to see the proper speed of these cars. This track, though, especially the double left, you really see some fucking speed. It's actually stupid how fast they go around there. We are into the final 15 minutes of this session. Now it's going a bit quicker, which is what we like to see. So, June 17th, so about a week ago, it was announced that Jos Verstappen would be driving the RB8 at this track for the Legends Parade event. And then now, apparently, he's withdrawn from the event because he heard from several sources that Christian Horner did everything he could to not let him drive. That ain't good for Verstappen's case. Verstappen's a Mercedes, here we go. That is definitely going to happen at some point, isn't it? Oh my god, I can't see Verstappen in Mercedes. That honestly, the day Verstappen goes to Mercedes, I am removing every source of Formula One from my life. I am yawning. Checo reporting that the front is sliding on braking. Now, if anyone knows like fan accounts that show like quotes and shit from F1 drivers that aren't Red Bull, let me know what they are on Twitter so I can share other quotes. I only follow the Red Bull account because it's the only one I care about or follow. But I think none of them, like with the account I follow with the Red Bull one, they post like every single quote, like everything they say. No other like people do that. Like there's Ferrari news, but they don't really like quote as much stuff. Why don't we just search Alpine news? Is there a thing for it? No. Williams news. No. McLaren news. How about 11k followers. They post. Not bad. Still nothing really going on because everyone is still doing long runs. In fact, we've only got 5 cars left out on track. It's going to be the McLaren duo. It's going to be the Mercedes duo and Pierre Gasly. Both out on track with 12 minutes remaining. I reckon give it a minute or two, then we're going to start seeing some soft runs. And that's when shit gets exciting. That is when stuff gets very, very fun. Ugh. Ah. So I find that really interesting. That you know that Verstappen has that engine failure, fully cuts off, like fully dead, goes back into the garage within maybe a minute or 2 minutes. He's back out on track and it seems to be working fine. Like, how does that even happen? Why is it dead in the first place? You know? I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit concerned for Liam Lawson, you know. We're all discussing about, like, you know, where's Ocon gonna go, where is Sainz gonna go, where's Porsche gonna go. What about Lawson? He's just been sort of thrown aside, really. I believe RB, well, they already have signed Tsunoda on an extension. I believe they're going to be signing Ricciardo on an extension as well. But, like, where's he gonna go? RB's everywhere's full, unless he can like snag a seat at like Haas, remarkably, like a Lawson Behrman lineup, or a Lawson Ocon, or I don't even know. I don't see him getting an F1 seat for a little while, because this is why Andretti being in F1 is such a good idea, because it means there are 2 more seats for 2 more deserving drivers. When you've got people like Logan Sargent and Lance Stroll on the grid, and then you've got people like Liam Lawson, Mick Schumacher, Teo Porcher, Felipe Drugovich, Ollie Behrman, Antonelli, Jack Doohan, Hadjar, Frederick Vesti, you know, finished runners-up in last year's championship. I don't even think he drives anything. Like, I mean, to be fair, Oscar Piastri went from being an Alpine reserve, not driving in anything for a year, and then got a seat at McLaren. Like, it's definitely not impossible for, like, you know, a team to suddenly pick up one of these rookies, but I think they all deserve a chance, and I think there's loads of others as well that deserve a chance. Primarily, Taylor Barnard. Right on, we're actually getting a few laps now. We have got our first soft runs on the board. It's the Sauber pair of Zhou Guanyu and Bottas. Zhou Guanyu sets a 1 minute 6.919 and goes P7, and Valtteri Bottas does a 1 minute 6.925, so a 6 millisecond difference and goes P8, but still, to be 6/10 off the Mercedes on softs is crazy. Logan Sargent improves to P11 at 1 minute 7.2. Unfortunately, I can't actually see what tyres people are on. All I know is that the Saubers and the Ion, now there's a lot of people on softs. Never mind. Lance Stroll now on beginning a lap. Go on, son. Fucking have it, lad. Bah. Lance Stroll goes fastest in Sector 1. Kind of cooking. Yuki Tsunoda, P3 overall on the soft. Still 3/10 away from the Mercedes on hards that was set very early in the session. Here comes Lance Stroll, a 10th away from Hamilton through 2 sectors. He's only 2/10 up on an RB. And that car is fucking shit. Daniel Ricciardo, though, only a 1 minute 6.9. He's going to be 4/10 to a half a second off his teammate. Lance Stroll crosses the line. Lance Stroll puts it P2, a 10th and a half off Hamilton. That is shit. That's really bad. That's only 2/10 up on Tsunoda. But Daniel Ricciardo, 4/10 off his teammate. Yeesh kebab. Ferrari's now out on softs as well. Verstappen out on softs. Ferrari's out on softs. Mercedes, dunno. Now we're cooking. Final 6-7 minutes of this session, and then I can have a fucking break. I am so shattered right now, it's not even funny. Oh, come on, Leclerc. You don't need to drive at 3 miles an hour. There's no one in front of you. There's no one behind. Just fucking go. 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 Oh, hang on a minute. They're putting some FlowViz paint on the McLaren. Of course, they do have their new upgrade, so they want to test if it's working. I don't understand how the FlowViz works. Maybe like the wind makes it dry in certain places or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but they have put some of it on. I like how they just don't even care about the car's wraps or decals or stickers or anything. They're just like, get the fucking spray can out. They don't give a fuck. George Russell now coming out on soft tyres. Final 5 minutes. Now we should start seeing a lot of soft runs. Maybe only 1 or 2 per driver though. There's like 1 per driver. Here comes Charles Leclerc and Sainz and Verstappen all improving in Sector 1. As you'd expect, no one goes fastest though. Lance Stroll still has the fastest Sector 1. Charlie, go on Charlie. Hulkenberg improves to only P13. Charles Leclerc, a 10th up on Hamilton. That's what we'd like to see. That's only 2/10 up on Stroll though. Size 300ths up on Hamilton. Why is everyone so shit? Here comes Leclerc though, round the final corner. Go on lad. Do it for the boys! Do it for the boys! Leclerc crosses the line and goes fastest by 2/10 of a second. Carlos Sainz goes second 700ths off his teammate. And I tell you what, Verstappen's fucking cooking something foul here. Like, absolutely fucking disgraceful. He's gonna cross the line, does a 1 minute 5.7, 4/10 up on Leclerc. George Russell now starting a lap on the softs. Ocon goes P5, still behind. Hamilton's still in 4th on those hard tyres. Stroll in 6th. Alonso only 9th. And Gasly 10th. Russell 400ths away from Verstappen through Sector 1. There's a Haas about to start a lap. Sergio Perez is out on track as well. I think we've got 18 drivers on track right now. The only drivers that are in is Tsunoda and Hulkenberg, and their sessions are probably done. But Russell gets horrible traffic from a Sauber. Who's that bastard? Some bastard just got right in the way. That's Oscar Pastry. Oscar Pastry goes P2. Still 3/10 off fucking Verstappen though. Sergio Perez gets traffic and has to abandon his lap. Nice. He's still going though, for some reason. Unless he's doing another lap. No. Okay, that was odd. He got traffic in the middle sector. I thought he would just abandoned, but he kept going. And then lost a further 8/10 in the final sector to himself. A bit odd. That's a bit odd. What are you doing that for? Still ain't seen a lap by Lando Norris. He is on an out lap, and as I say that, he is about to begin a lap. Here we go, Lando fucking Norris. Massively overrated driver. Should have won last week. Bottled that. Had the fastest. This is what I don't understand. He had the fastest car. Got pole position. Couldn't win the race. Got driver of the day. Max Verstappen gets second in the second fastest car, even the third fastest car, and wins the race convincingly. Doesn't even get a look in. Lando Norris, though, fastest sector 1. Apparently McLaren is supposed to do really well at this track. Not just because it suits their car, but also because they're the only team to bring upgrades. Oh, Lando goes off. Lando on the gravel. Lando on the dirt. Lando, this ain't fucking WRC. Get back on that track. Get back on there. Final minute and 5 seconds remaining. Everyone is either going to do one more lap or just give up, pretty much. What's Lando Norris going to do? This is a replay of Lando, so he brakes into whatever corner that is, locks up the front right, and into the gravel he goes. Nowhere near the walls though, just a little bit of a fun ride through the gravel on a soft tyre set ruined. Bye bye. Bit of fun really, do a Valtteri Bottas. Cutting some dandelions works better than my lawnmower at home. Coldest quotes. Now, will we see any more laps? George Russell coming back out of the pits. That's just to do a practice start. We are seeing a lap from Carlos Sainz. Okay. Sergio Perez, by the way, not doing a single hot lap in quali in this session. He was on one, but got traffic in the middle sector and then sort of gave up through the third sector. Sainz a 10th down on Verstappen through sector 1. Doesn't improve. It was sector 2 where he lost all of his time. Through Sector 2, Sainz lost about 2.5 to 3 tenths of Verstappen. Sainz almost going in the gravel as well, as practice is done. It's finished. Here comes Chile, giving it some fucking beans. 4 tenths off Verstappen through Sector 2. He is on used tyres, remember. He is pushing on. He's about equal with himself, like literally equal. Comes round the final corner, giving it some fucking beans. Comes across the line, and he doesn't improve his lap time. 7 tenths behind Verstappen, and that is going to be practice 1 done. So your final finishing order for P1, and the only P here is going to be Max Verstappen in P1, Oscar Piastri in P2, Charles Leclerc in P3, Carlos Sainz P4. I believe Hamilton is P5. Yes, P5 on... This is important to keep in mind, by the way. I know it's only practice, but Mercedes and Hamilton... Hamilton, P5, half a second off Verstappen on softs. He was on hard tyres and done that lap very early in the session. Oscar Piastri second, I don't know those. Ocon in 6th, Stroll 7th, Russell in 8th on hards, Tsunoda 9th, Alonso 10th, Gasly 11th, Perez 12th, Norris 13th, didn't do a lap, he went off and Perez had traffic, Zhou Guanyu 14th, Bottas 15th, Ricciardo 16th, Albon 17th, Hulkenberg 18th, Magnussen 19th, and Logan Sargent 20th. Now, that's going to be all from me for practice today. Now, there's a very, very high probability that I won't be here for sprint quali because I'm so fucking shattered. Like, I am fucked. I've been up way too long. I'm going to drink some more coffee and have some brekkie, and we'll just see. But at the moment, it's not looking likely. If I don't stream sprint quali, I will of course be back tomorrow to do probably... I think I will be able to... I think tomorrow I will be able to do the... what would it be? The sprint race and then normal quali. I'll be back for that. You see, the thing with sprint quali is that, yes, it's quali, so it's going to be exciting and fun, but it's sprint quali. You're qualifying for a sprint race that no one gives a fuck about, so I'm not too bothered. I would, of course, try to be there, but if I'm not, I'll be tomorrow for the sprint race. Now, I believe I might have actually found a way to get live timing on my stream without getting insta-fucking, DMCA'd, or whatever it's called, copyrighted, so I'll test it. If it works, great. If it don't, whatever, don't give a fuck, and we'll go from there. So that's gonna be all from me. W stream, enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you wankers next time, whenever that'll be.